G'day Frosty, hope you're doing well, mate. I've had listened to that song, Daisy Chain by Slowly, or if it's the other way around, I haven't heard of them before. Um, but I have listened to it, I've put it into my mind, and I have tabbed it out in my head, and I've translated it onto the guitar. So it's interesting. There's a couple of like different kind of chord shapes that he uses to get like a really full sound with all the strings, and then sometimes he really cuts it back and does just a little bit of light picking or mute like kind of muting of the strings and lets the bass do a lot of the work. So yeah, I guess you could rearrange it to make it an acoustic sort of version, but I've just tabbed out the electric version. So it begins with, I guess, a little shape, which is like an E chord, but he just uses like I guess, the bottom three strings of that. So that is, so from the third string down, so we've got our D string, so it's the six, and then the next string down, it's the four, and the next string down, it's the five. And he kind of does this thing where he just does a quick skip and then mainly strums the last chord. So he kind of does like, so it's like an E to an A, and that A is from the third string from the top. It's a 7, 6, 5, and he kind of goes, oops, sorry. And then he plays the last chord, which is, and forgot to tell you as well, it is drop D. So take that top string and make it sound like the third string from the bottom. Like that. So that other chord is from the third string from the top. It's 4, and then he kind of does 2, and then you got to use your pinky to go to 5. That kind of chord. So it's like a kind of like a sus something. Like, it's been a while since I've looked at some music theory, but it's some kind of A basically. So it kind of goes like that. So. All right, so that's the verse, and then when the drums and the bass kick in, it's the same thing, and then it moves to the kind of like, I guess, a bit of a bridgey sort of thing. So what he's doing here is all the way up until fret 14, and yeah, from the second string from the top, we're kind of playing a B minor kind of chord. So. Got our finger on the 14th fret, next string down 16, next string down 16, and last string is 15. So it's kind of like a bit of a moody sort of chord. And he's simply kind of picking that and just like hitting that note on a certain sort of rhythm. So it kind of goes like, oops. So it's kind of like, that. He does it a little bit randomly as well, but essentially you just kind of pick it down and just make sure you hit that that B string the kind of the times he does to make it sound like he does. So, whoops. And the bass does a lot of the work there. And the bass is kind of playing that sort of same kind of like chord in the background. And he's just kind of, got a bit of a mute on going. Kind of butchering a little bit, but you kind of get the idea. And then when it kind of does that bigger like daisy chain kind of part, It is the, hang on, let me quickly double check where I'm up to. That's that bit I'm talking about. Yeah, then it kind of kicks into that bit. So that part is, this is where we kind of use that drop D. So it's the 9th fret to the 11th fret and then up to the 12th fret. But what he's really doing there is kind of doing like a B to C sharp. B to C sharp and then back to A. And instead of going like B to C sharp and then A, he's sort of like throwing in that extra drop D string as well to make it sound a bit fuller. So it kind of sounds like this. That, and then I think he starts. Yeah, and then he's kind of like playing some individual strings. So he just picks the G string, so I guess the D string, so I guess he just thinks it's his good sort of tone and fullness, and that part goes. Hang on, the first chord. Yeah, so it kind of goes 9, so third string at the top, 9, 11, 7, and lets it ring out. And then he goes, and then just sticks on the 11 that time. And then I think he goes like 14, 11, 11. Lets that ring out. And then goes 14 to, what's that? 15, 17, 18, and then 19. So then he goes. Like that. And then that bit again kind of does that. Same thing again. And then that last bit, when he kind of like the drummer lets that hi-hat really come off and they bring it home, he kind of, with full distortion on, he just kind of goes back and plays those more open chords. So instead of, then it kind of goes back to. Like that, and that's pretty much the song. So yeah, let me know if you want like more of an acoustic version, but yeah, that's kind of how he plays the live version on the electric. All right, hope you had fun with that. Good luck with your practicing. Good here, still doing or still playing the guitar. I definitely still pick it up every now and then. All right, see you, mate. Bye.